Are you ready? No! I said, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance, for the millions watching around the world. Let's get ready to...
Turn up the headphones a little bit, man. Hey, hey, let's get it. Whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trying to top it.
What's going on? It's your boy Dolo J, and welcome back to the Kicking the Dolo podcast, a sports podcast where we talk about football and basketball, past, present, and future, top 5, top 10 stats and more. So without further ado, let's get right into the episode, man. All right, man. So we already know the Miami Heat has advanced to the NBA Finals, beating the Boston Celtics 103-84. 28 points from Jimmy Butler, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Caleb Martin, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 4-6 from 3. It's a cold world. It's a cold world. On the break of Einstein, the break of the negativity. I messed that up, but you know.
Hey, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
MC Equal, really Copen be lethal, career like an old MTV show on the best rapper alive. Hey, he might have just saved the Miami Heat season. Pat Marley might have to throw J. Cole a little bag or something for, putting in the work for his boy. And this boy came in there, basically is arguably the most consistent Heat player throughout the series. Could we say the best? I'm gonna let you be the judge of that, but Martin, that boy showed up every game, bro. Jimmy did his thing, and it was a sad thing to see Tatum. He rolled his ankle on the first play of the game, bro. Imagine rolling your ankle on the first play of Game 7, bro. The most important game to go to the NBA Finals, bro. That hurt. That's like fumbling the bag, bro. That's like getting a hot chick number. You get her to go on a date with you, and then right before the date, your car get towed. Like, that hurt bad, bro. That hurt bad. Now, obviously, you probably can, Uber your way there. But it wouldn't have hit as hard as if you would have pulled up in your car. I'm just saying. It's the equivalent to that. But he did have 14 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Like I said, rolled his ankle on the first play. JB had 19, 8, 5, and 8 turnovers, bro. 8 turnovers on, and it was a lot of costly turnovers towards the end of the game too. I think he had about a good 3 or 4 in like the fourth quarter that was just costly when the Celtics were basically trying to make their run and get back into the game. They were down double digits at halftime, and at halftime it kind of felt to me as if like it's kind of over because Tatum couldn't really do what he was doing. Marcus Smart wasn't hitting his shots. Al Horford, he hit a couple of shots. Brogdon came in and gave him a couple minutes. He couldn't really do anything. I was surprised to really see Brogdon in the game, given the fact of them saying his injury was as serious as it is. They tried Pritchard off the bench. They had Hauser off the bench, and the Celtics really just couldn't buy a basket. I think they made their first 3 in like the second quarter. I believe they went like or it might have been in the second quarter, late first quarter, but they went like 0 of 10, 0 of 11. Almost like maybe even 0 of 13 if I'm not mistaken from 3 before they hit their first shot. So it was just a bad game for them. Now they won Game 6 shooting terribly from 3, but at the same time they also had the Derek White tip in. You had Tatum doing his thing. Brown did not have 8 turnovers. And the Celtics were just hooping, bro. But Caleb Martin, bro, I'm just saying, Pat Riley might have slide J. Cole a couple dollars. I ain't gonna say how much. Maybe like $50K or something like that. But I ain't checking nobody's pockets. I ain't doing all that. But you might have to slide him some money because he had to put the word in, like I said. And hey, but Cole can hoop too, though. We already know he played. I want to say when NBA did something in either I want to say Africa. They might have did something in Africa or somewhere. It was somewhere. They did like a little league thing where they had a couple teams playing. J. Cole, he did alright. He didn't do the best. I mean, It's NBA level talent or people trying to aspire to get to the NBA. So it was gonna be kind of hard for him. But we all saw the reels and them Instagram clips where J. Cole was just cooking. I mean, getting buckets. Him. I'm talking about him. I'm talking about he had them open runs looking like he could be in the NBA. Cole probably could give you about a good 6-7 points a game, man. That's better than the average person would give you in the NBA. I'm just saying. But yeah, man, enough rambling. But Derek White had 18 points. Like I said, the Celtics, they just played very lackluster. And, the Tatum ankle injury on the first play just really set the tone for the whole game, man. It was very bad. Very, very bad. So now, as the talks are, as the team lose, what do? Who do they bring back? Who do they let go? Who do they trade? Blase. A lot of people, Tatum himself said that he wants Jaylen Brown back. Now, it's a possibility that both guys could sign for the Supermax, I believe, given the fact that they both made an all-NBA team. So I think I've read somewhere where it's a possibility the Celtics could spend somewhere close to maybe $600 million between $600 million combined between the two players. I don't know how feasible that is. I don't know about their cap sheet and, how much cap room they have and who's up for what. I don't really know who's supposed to be a free agent and who's not. But it's a possibility. A lot of teams are basically saying, trade Jaylen Brown to Portland for the number 3 overall pick, or him and Anthony Simons, something along those lines, and maybe another player or something like that, or maybe another pick somewhere along down the line. I seen something where you just trade Jaylen Brown straight up for Dame Lillard, possibly Jaylen Brown going to the Mavericks or to the Houston Rockets or to Atlanta because he's from Georgia, he's from Atlanta. So it's just a lot of talking right now, a lot of murmurings around, given the fact that the Celtics just lost, bro. They just lost. They asked him what he think about, how he feels about staying in Boston, and he was just like, bro, it hurts. And we failed, I failed. And that's the only thing I can think about right now. And probably for the next maybe 2 weeks or so, that's probably all Jaylen Brown is going to think about, bro. It's just, man, we was one game away from the finals, bro. One game away from the finals. On our home floor. You couldn't ask for any better situation than that. Coming off 3 straight wins when you were down 0-3.
We do not care.
So yeah, it hurts. Like I said, it's gonna probably take my boy about a good 2, maybe 3 weeks. I doubt it takes him a whole month because he gonna want to start probably getting to his routine and stuff like that. But y'all let me know where some potential spots where y'all think y'all can see Jaylen Brown going, man. I believe and I hope that he stays with the Celtics. But I also know that, a lot of stuff comes to factor when you make this type of situation. Hopefully the past success that he's had with the Celtics, and I just like seeing, that's like my favorite duo in the league right now. Really him and Jason Tatum. I would like for him to stay there. But it's a couple other places he could go. But y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know. And y'all also let me know, since we have the finals matchup, who do y'all have winning the finals? And how many games do you see this series going? Me personally, it's really kind of hard to pick against Jimmy Butler right now, given the fact of the path that he has took to get to this point. Milwaukee, New York, Boston, but also Jokic, man. Bam was gonna have a time trying to guard Jokic. He's gonna have the time of his life. So it's gonna be real interesting to see how they do that. How is Jimmy Butler going to be guarded? How is Jamal Murray going to be guarded? Does Michael Porter Jr. really step up? But I do have the Nuggets winning game 1 off the simple fact, basically, the altitude. I'm going to say the altitude. Now, they could be a little rusty. It's a thick fine line between you want to get rest, but you also want to be, ready. And given the fact that, it's going to be a couple days in between games, but I'm going to probably drop this Thursday morning. Yeah, I'm going to drop this Thursday morning. It's Tuesday, by the way, but I'm going to drop this Thursday morning. A couple days in between games. So, Denver has been waiting for, the past, week and a half now? Well, I don't think it's been a week and a half. Probably the past week or so. So, it's going to be real interesting to see, are they tired? Are the Heat tired? And also, given the fact they just came off Game 7, like I said, and the altitude, we already know 52,000 feet above sea level, bro. That's a heck of a 6 man and a half, bro. That's a heck of a 6 man and a half. So we're gonna worry about that. Like I said, y'all let me know. To give my predictions, I've picked against the Heat every series that they've been in and they've won. And I'm probably gonna pick against them again. But if they win, bruh, then I just gonna take my hat off to him. And I know my boy Juan, he gonna be turned. You ain't gonna be able to talk to him nothing about basketball. Who? Jimmy Butler. I ain't trying to hear nothing else about what you talking about, Jimmy Butler, bruh. So I'm gonna go with the Nuggets in 6. But I can see the Heat win it if it go to 7. I can see the Heat win it. But I'm gonna go Nuggets in 6. I know if the Heat win it, he's not gonna let me let it down, and I'm gonna just go ahead and save this clip right now. And he never gonna let me hear the end of it. But this is what I do. I gotta predict somebody to win. I mean, it's gonna be a real interesting series, man. Like I said, does Michael Porter Jr. step up? How does Jamal Murray play? Who guards Jokic? And who guards Jimmy Butler for the Nuggets? That's my 4 main things I'm on right now. That's my 4 main things. That's the things we need to look out for. So, some head coaching news. Nick Nurse is now the new coach of Philadelphia. It's a possibility of where we don't know what James Harden is going to do. Obviously, I think he ended up opting out, or is going to opt out. And, like I said, Houston's a possibility. Phoenix is a possibility. Coming back, what will Nick Nurse bring, and what type of roster will he have? Do they bring back PJ Tucker? How will he use Maxey? Does Embiid come back? It's going to be real interesting to see. Also, who's going to get the Raptors job? Who y'all think is going to get the Raptors job? Now, I heard murmurings of maybe J.J. Redick. But we don't know as of this moment. We also heard Doc Rivers possibly could be going to Phoenix. So it's going to be real interesting to see. Real interesting to see. I think Monty Williams might be the new coach of the Bucks too. If I haven't really said anything or brought that to y'all attention, I want to say Monty Williams is the new head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. If I didn't cover that in the previous episode, but yeah, man. Now something we haven't had in a little while. Couple, just really like 2 NFL topics. I'm going to speed past them. I usually dive more into the NFL as the season progresses. Usually in the off season with the NBA finals going on and how much I love basketball. I could do better in football, and I need to, gravitate more of my shit towards football. But man, I just love basketball so much. Like, I love basketball so much, bro. Especially like towards the end when it gets to the finals. Now, sometimes, like, when the Warriors were on their run, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really care for it. Because it's just like you already know who's gonna be the team that win at the end. It wasn't really fun. But it's more parody. It's not the Warriors winning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody kind of thinks the Nuggets are gonna win. But given the fact what the Heat just did, don't really know what's gonna happen there. So it's kind of it's more intriguing than it has been in previous years. So, but yeah, man, I just love basketball. But we're gonna get to some more football topics. D-Hop released by the Cardinals, bro. Where do y'all think he ends up? I believe it was an interview I seen him where he said it was kind of like a nodding, guessing game or something like that. And he was like, "Would you want to go there? Would you want to be there?" Of course, Chiefs and Bills. He said, "Nods were yes, of course, given the fact of the rosters constructed." But another thing possibly is him going to the Patriots, which I might have said when I believe I talked about this previously. I don't remember which episode that it was on, but Mac Jones could really benefit from having the type of wide receiver that DeAndre Hopkins is. Also the Chiefs and also the Bills. The Chiefs, he would definitely be the number 1 wide receiver. Bills, he got offset Diggs. And something my guy P. Scott was saying, my boy Prescott was saying on Chopping It Up with P. Scott podcast. Make sure y'all go find that on Spotify. Nice little way to, plug him in. I got to find a way to plug my boy in somewhere, somehow, right? But yeah, man. As he was saying, they need a number 1. They need another receiver opposite Diggs that can possibly be like a number 1. And he was saying how, and I like how he went into detail, basically saying how Gabe Davis is a good receiver, but not the type of caliber we need to, offset Diggs. And I can agree with that when he was making his points and giving, where he was shooting from. Oh man, that probably was a bad choice of words. Huh? Oh well, we're keeping it. I ain't cutting that out. But yeah, man. Basically, where he was coming from and all his points and stuff like that. Given the fact of it would be perfect for him to be opposite Diggs, and then basically it would just come down to the running game of the Bills and Josh Allen not turn the ball over in the clutch, which he is very famous of doing. There's not and so many times, bro, where I was just sat there in complete and utter anguish because he hasn't thrown a turnover or hasn't had a turnover or all game, and he throws an interception at the time we do not need him to throw it, and it just breaks my heart, bro. Like it breaks my heart. It's just like, what's the equivalent of that? It's like getting dumped on your birthday and to find out that the person your girl or boyfriend dumped you for was the person you've been fighting and had, it hurts so bad. Like it's like a huge betrayal, bro. Like it rips me to pieces every time I see that, bro. So hopefully, now I don't know what the cap space or what D Hop will be looking for. I know the Cardinals will be taking a $22 million cap hit. I don't know why they're doing this. I guess they're just going full rebuild mode, but I don't really know why. I guess because Kyler Murray need weapons because he's the quarterback and he needs to throw the football. So who is he going to throw the football to? Unless they just are already tanking. Well, then again, he did have an injury, so he might not play most of the season. I did forget that. So they might be trying to get the number 1 overall pick. I don't know. Arizona be Arizona. I ain't got nothing to say to that. Just let them do their thing. And another thing, Jimmy G, waiver he signed, which took place of the physical that he was supposed to take for the Raiders, basically has conditions to it. Addendum, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Addendum G, that's what it's called. I guess it's called for Garoppolo. It would really make sense. But basically something in his contract where for any reason they could terminate the contract and he won't be able to get paid his base salary, which is almost $23 million, 22.5 to be exact, base salary for the season, but it is voided if he is still on the roster 2 days after the conclusion of the 2023 season. And I kind of like it, and I brought it up to ask the question of, what do y'all think? Do y'all think more injury-prone players should get contracts like this? Do you believe it's fair? Do you believe it's like... I just want to hear really y'all opinions of it, because I can understand organizations coming to the realization that, hey, you're a good player, but you do have kind of an injury history, and we do want you, but at the same time, we don't want the type of hit or, for signing you, which is kind of like a double-edged sword, because why would you go sign a player with a whole bunch of injury history? It would kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like hustling backwards, I would say, because you will want, but then again, the talent and then the potential with what you may have, could be good. Him and, Devontae Adams hooking up together could possibly be something that you hear a lot this season. So, I don't know, man. But y'all let me know. Y'all comment down below. Y'all let me know, man, what y'all think about that. I think it's something that's pretty interesting, to say the least. I don't really know. I wonder if we're going to see more contracts similar to this with players who, have, injury history. All right. So, of course, and this is something that I'm going to do this episode and maybe the next episode as well. I got spit flying out of my mouth, excuse me. But I'm going to talk about a non-sports topic at the end of every episode. And the topic that I want to talk about today for at least, maybe a minute and a half, possibly 2-3 minutes, is why do people lie so much? I understand that sometimes, it may be needed to possibly save a person, maybe his life, or, you know, things of that nature. But what is with all the unnecessary lying? Like, I don't understand it. And this just comes from a point of like, I don't know, you ever ask somebody, you ever just be talking to somebody casually, like just casually, like it's just like a conversation. You're not trying to really figure out too much about them. You're not trying to dive deep into what they got going on, nothing like that. It's just a casual conversation between you and another person. And they just lie to you about stuff that does not like need to be lied about, like what they do, or somebody said something to them, so they did this, that, and the third. I don't understand the reasoning for it. Like, why do people have to lie? Like, oh, somebody do this to me, I'm a da 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 and da 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 da. Like, bro, you don't. Who really knows what they're gonna do in that situation unless you've already been in that situation? And then again, like, even if you already been in that situation, who's to say that you're gonna do the same thing again? I don't know. It's just a thing that I have, bro. But why do people lie so much? Like, I understand, you know, a lot of stuff is just like built in lies. Like, a lot of stuff is just made from lies. It comes from lies. It's just lies all the way through it. And I'm not going to say what is what. I'm going to let you, you know, whatever that is for you, let that be what it is for you. But I just don't understand, like, why do people lie so much about unnecessary things, bro? I don't really get it. And that's something that I know that I can't change in the world. But at the same time, maybe if just people just understood the fact of like lying for no reason, how unnecessary. I don't know. Maybe it's just like a personal thing for me. I don't really like it, but I just don't understand why people lie for no reason, man. But this has been your boy Dolo J. This has been episode 32 of the Kicking the Dolo podcast. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Get all over there to the Spotify page. Listen over there. So listen and like it on YouTube. And then go to Spotify or Apple Podcasts. If you go to Spotify, you'll see a video version. If you just want to listen to it while you're at the gym or something, you really don't care to look at it, you can go to Apple Podcasts. But make sure you go over there and leave a nice review for your boy. Nice review for your boy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, this has been your boy Dolo J signing out. Until next time.
Turn up the headphones a little bit.
Peace.
ISO. Let's get it.
Whoa, clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trying to top it.